Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a new month, which means a new PLouise budget box. So today I'm going to be showing you what's in the June budget box and trying on all the products on my face. So if you want to see how I created this look, then carry on watching. So obviously everything comes packaged up nice and protected, but I've unpackaged some of that just to make the video a little bit easier to film. So first up is an eye cream. So this is the hyaluronic acid eye cream, and this is what the tube looks like. I really like the PLouise eye creams, but this isn't actually like one that I have because the other ones are more like white cream. So this is actually like a clear sort of gel. A really hydrating formula. Kind of has like a fruity scent. Put a little bit on now. So it's not too intense, but it's just like a nice little fruity scent. I really like a sort of gel consistency under the eyes before makeup rather than a cream. So I've been really enjoying this one actually. Used it a handful of times now and yeah, really been enjoying it. So that's the first thing we get in the box. And then next up we've got the hyaluronic moisturiser. So this is what packaging looks like, and then this is what the tub looks like. So this is called the Rain Check Moisturiser, and this is the consistency inside. So it's quite watery. Oh, guys, that was that close to landing in my tea. Okay. Well, I guess we'll be using this bit on my hand, but this is what it looks like, and I don't know if you can see there, but it's got tiny little balls in there. You can probably see that one there. So you get these like white tiny balls in there, and they sort of pop on the skin, or not pop, but you know, like dissolve. And it's like a gel sort of consistency, and yeah, it just feels really nice and hydrating on the skin. I really like gel moisturisers. I've got quite oily skin, and I just like how they really soak into the skin and don't really leave like a creamy sort of, not greasy, but you know that feeling of knowing you've got moisturiser on your skin. This one just soaks in really nicely, and again, yeah, I've really been enjoying this. In terms of scent, I don't think this one actually has a scent to it. No, it does actually. Kind of just smells really fresh. Yeah, I can't put my finger on what the scent is. Yeah, I can't tell. But yeah, just really been enjoying it. So let me show you the consistency. So it's kind of like a clearish gel, and then it's got like white balls in there that dissolve on the skin. If you haven't tried PLouise skincare, I think it's so underrated. All the skincare I've tried from PLouise I've really enjoyed. So yeah, if you haven't tried PLouise skincare, then I'd give it a go actually, because most of it, well, everything I've tried so far I really enjoy. So yeah, so that's the moisturiser. Been using that duo quite a bit recently, so yeah, would definitely recommend them. Okay, and then next up we get this double layer cleansing water oil. So this is what the product looks like. So you get a more oily layer at the bottom, and I'm guessing this is like a water layer, and you're meant to just shake it so the product mixes inside, and then it's sort of like a press lid. So you get a cotton pad and just press down here, and some and just, why can't I explain this? Gonna get a cotton pad and press down on this little presser, and some of the product will shoot out into the cotton pad, and this is just going to dissolve any makeup on your face. I probably wouldn't use this as just your cleanser because it is oil based, and that's probably going to clog pores, and it does say to rinse with water or follow with your regular cleanser. So I'm really excited to try this. I'm not going to try it on the skin today, but I'm going to swatch some makeup on my arm and see how well it removes the makeup. But first, let's show you the final item in the box. So we get this Make It Rain eyeshadow palette, which I'm so excited for. This colour story honestly makes me so excited to do makeup. If you saw the box a few boxes back, you saw there was like a double layered eyeshadow palette that I was obsessed with, and this gives me the same sort of excitement. I've just got so many ideas I want to do with this palette, and yeah, I'm just really excited. So this is what the palette looks like, and it opens either side like this. So this is more of like a bluey green sort of side. I mean, how stunning is that emerald shimmer in the middle. Like, I'm literally obsessed. And then this side we've got more pinks. Oh, you can see yourself there. We've got more pinks and purples in this side of the palette. And I really enjoy how the palette opens up as well. Some of the other PLouise palettes are quite bulky, but this just sits really nice and flat on your makeup desk. So I find this really good for like filming and stuff. Yeah, I just can't wait to create with this palette. I'm actually going to swatch a few of these shades on my arm so we can test out the cleanser. I'm going to take a few of the shimmer shades and the matte shades in the palette. So I feel like I've got to swatch this shade because it is the most, oh my god. I mean, that is the most stunning shade I've ever seen in my life. It's kind of duochrome actually. So if I swatch it on my arm, it's kind of purple, blue, emerald at the same time. I am literally obsessed with that. And then just going to swatch a purple matte. We'll do a blue. Oh, this colour story, honestly, I'm just so excited for it. And then I'll do a mint pastel. And we'll do one more shimmer. A navy blue. So excited to use this palette. Like the shimmers, the mattes, everything about it just makes me so excited. So just taking that cleanser. Oh, just going to make sure it's shaken. I've got a cotton pad and I'm just going to press down on the product. Comes out nice and evenly on there. And then I'm just going to swipe down. Okay, so that's one swipe. I mean, I did put quite a lot of colour on there. Continue wiping. So purples are the most prone eyeshadow to stain in. So the reason I picked a purple just to see how well it comes off with the cleanser. So, I mean, as you can see there, it's pretty much all gone. Yeah, and it actually feels really nice and hydrating on there as well. Ooh, I'm excited for this actually. Yeah, I can't wait to remove my makeup with this later. So yeah, first impressions, I really like it. I'm too excited to wait, so let's get on to trying the eyeshadow palette. So there's just so many looks I want to do with this palette. I just don't know which one to do today. I really want to play with like the muted green tones and do like a smoky eye with that emerald green shimmer like all over the lid. I just don't know if I want to do that one today. But then I also want to play with the purples and the pink and that mint green. I think I have an idea though. I think I want to play with the purples and use some of the pastels on the lid. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, and I will do another video coming very, very soon with this palette, and I will do that green smoky eye in that video. So look out for that coming really soon. Or do I want to do a green blend? Green or purple? Making decisions is not my thing. Okay, I've decided I'm going with the green blend, and we'll do a purple blend in that other video. I've decided. Okay, so lids are primed. So I'm going to take this green here to start with. I'm going to put it in a C shape on the outer corner of my lid. Yeah, already obsessed with the formula. Just like any other PLouise eyeshadow formula. And I'm going to create that C shape. I don't know if I want to keep it quite rounded or like blown out. So let's just see how we go. I've extended the tail of my brows quite a bit today, so it might look a little bit better being rounded. But just blend in the edges of that shade to start with. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. How nice is that already? That took me like less than 30 seconds to blend as well. Just taking a new brush, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's a slightly more muted green. And I'm going to place this just above that shade, kind of like half on that colour and half above the colour to help blend them together. They blend together so perfectly. They're literally just melting in. Like, hardly have to put any work to blend these shadows. Like, they're honestly just melting into each other. I am loving this already, and I've only used 2 shades so far. I'm gonna go back into that first shade we used just to darken up that first shade. Before we do that last colour of the blend, I've actually been enjoying a colourful brow bone at the minute, and I kind of want to use that pastel pink on the brow bone for a bit of contrast. I feel like that could look quite cool. I don't know, it might look terrible, but we'll see. So I'm going to put this shade on the brow bone. So just setting down that brow bone with that shade as well. Kind of wish it was a little bit more pink. It's kind of pulling a little bit more purple with the greens next to it, but I'm not mad at it. And then for the final shade of our blend, I want to take this green shade here, which actually has a few glitters in there. So let's see what this comes out like on the eye. Oh, you can actually see the glitters, to be fair. And because this is a slightly more warmer shade, it's going to make it pull a little bit more green than teal, which is what I want. So I mean, these shades literally just blend into each other like butter. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's because they're pastels or just easy colours to blend, but kind of feels like they're blending easier than the normal PLouise eyeshadow formula. But it could just be the colours are easier to blend together. And just pulling that green out here as well. So here's where the blend is at so far. I think I'm actually going to take a tiny bit of this shade here, which also has some glitters in it. And this is called Perfect Timing. And I'm going to put this in the inner part of the blend, just for a little bit something different in the inner corner of the crease. And before I cut the crease, I just want to go in with this shade here just to deepen up the crease a little bit. And I'm just putting this in the outer corner just to see how it layers over them shades as well. Just deepen it up a little bit, so there's a little bit more contrast when we cut the crease. And if it looks messy now, don't worry, we're just going to go back in with them shades to help blend that one out. Just want a little bit more contrast in the crease. And then going back in with the shades we used before just to help blend out that shade. Okay, so I've just made sure everything is blended to the way I like it, and I'm just going back in with that pink just because we lost a little bit of that pigment on the brow bone. So we're going to go ahead and cut the crease now. So taking my PLouise Cut Carver, taking a flat crease brush, and we're just going to make a cut crease shape on the lid. Just bringing it higher than my natural crease so we can see it when my lids are fully open. And then just taking a cotton bud and just removing where that product was. Just making sure we get all that product off the lid because it doesn't mix well with shadows. Applying it over the top. I'm just taking my Maybelline Mutual colour case to cut the crease, and I'm going to take this white shade here in the bottom corner, shade Ruffles, making sure my brush is coated in the product. I'm just taking the same brush I used to carve out my brows, and we're just going to follow the shape of the cut crease. A tip to have a good cut crease as well is just make sure there's enough product on your brush, otherwise it's easier to make the line jaggedy. Okay, so now we've got the shape right, we're just going to make sure the paint is patted out so we don't get any creasing. And then the pastel shades we want to use, so I'm going to go in with the mint green in the inner corner, and then this like periwinkle shade next to it, and then going into that pink. I think that could be cute. We're going to start with that pink shade first and putting that here, like so. And then going in with the shade next to it, which is Monsoon Magic, just next to it. And just taking that mint green shade and putting that in the inner corner. Obsessed with that mint shade. And then just making sure we get right up to the crease. Okay, I'm loving how that looked so far. Just want to make sure that this edge blends into that pink, so just going back in with the green shades we used to create the crease and just getting it to blend into that pink shade. So that's the cut crease all done. I do think I want to add a few shimmers to the lid though, so I'm thinking this one here, which is shade Wet n Wild. This one here, it's kind of like a bluey with pink lighter glitters in there, so I think that will match the look perfectly. So just taking that on a small flat brush and putting that here in the centre. Oh my god, that is stunning. Yep, I'm obsessed. Okay, that is one of the prettiest glitters I've ever used in my life. I am obsessed. And then we want like a green shimmer as well. So I'm going to take this one here and we're going to put that next to it here where the two colours meet. Like that. That shade is also unreal. Okay, I am literally in love with this look so far. I think this is one of my favourite looks I've ever done. Okay, so I want to do a small wing just across the lash line. So I'm just taking a flat brush and going back in with that colour case. And take that dark green shade called Keeping It Real. And I'm going to start to make a line across the lid. I don't want it too thick, but I want it to blend into the eyeshadow. And then just taking a smaller brush and I'm going to create an inner corner wing. Just cleaning it up a tiny bit. Okay, so that's the top of the eyes all done. I'm going to do the bottom now as well. So I'm going to take that same green paint and just put this in the waterline. So I'm going to go in with the same blend we did on the crease under the eye as well. So that first green shade and then the dusky green and then finally that light green. Just going under here with that mint green shade just to lighten up under that wing a little bit. I'm going to add a bit of mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High. Before we go in and do the other eye, I'm just going to add a few gems to the look. And on there. Okay, so thoughts on the eyeshadow palette. Absolutely obsessed. I cannot wait to do some more looks with this. So yeah, 10 out of 10 from me. This could possibly be one of my favourite ever budget boxes they've done just because of this palette. Like, they've thought of everything. Even these little details here of the raindrops, they're like 3D. One of my favourite palettes, hands down, I've ever tried. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be back to show you the finished look. Okay, so I'm back with the finished look. I'll give all the details of the products I've used on my face in the description if you wanted to know anything that's on my face today. But yeah, here's the finished look. I'll zoom you guys in so you can have a little close up. Okay, so absolutely love everything in June's budget box, so I'm so excited to see what's in our July one, so look out for that video next month. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see a few more looks with this palette because I've got so many more looks I want to do, so let me know if you want them filmed for YouTube. Yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!